This is Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Bubba Army YouTube channel.
You know, there was a point, Blitz, like in 2017 where I don't know if you know this or not, but I was thinking about just
I knew that.
Walking away from everything and,
I knew that.
And going to live with Larry.
Mm-hmm.
And Larry was going to hire me to work at a park department.
Yeah, we talked about it.
And, you know, it would be like he wouldn't make me do anything.
I know you were kind of like somewhat joking about it, but I knew you were actually serious.
Like I was for real.
I know you
Like
were.
I was going to move to the park department.
I know.
This is when Tyler wasn't talking to me.
I know.
This was what year? Like 2000?
2017.
It wasn't that long ago.
This is when he was hanging out with me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I would have
Dark times.
2017.
Can I go see a few more Ms. Kizzes or hang out with Lummy? Ms. Kiz it is.
Ms. Kiz it is.
I had just gotten thrown off of Beasley. Nobody in Tampa, you know, really, it's just like I was like my whole world. I had that huge federal lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
I was just, you know, gonna lose my house, you know, lose the studios.
Yeah.
Like
Bad times.
So I was like, I actually talked to Larry, and he was like, yeah, you know what? You can come live with me, because like he's my best friend in the world, and I'll give you a job working at the park.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, of course I said this to us, Larry, you're not gonna make me clean bathrooms, are you? He's like, no, you can do whatever you want. I don't care.
You still have to clean the fish hut though.
I'm not gonna clean the fish hut. Larry's actually, if I worked at the park department, I'd probably just get to hang out with Larry all day.
They would just call you Speedy. Don't worry, Speedy will be there in an hour.
Did you hear about Plumber? Yeah, he hired his best friend there, Bubba Clem, but you know he's kind of like the new Speedy.
Mm-hmm.
But he's fat. I could be fat, Speedy.
Fatty.
The Speedy was not Blitz. Speedy was not. He was real skinny.
Okay.
And he always had this big wad of tobacco.
Oh, that's lovely.
He was always carrying a 5-gallon bucket with him, no matter where he went. He always had a bucket because he had to pick up the trash on the beach.
Never gonna run into a Ms.
Hey,
Kiz.
just when you thought I had the worst job at the Warsaw Park Department when me cleaning bathrooms,
he had loose bowels. That was a
Speedy
S bucket.
Speedy had to take before they've had the fancy clippers where you pick up trash with, like the little tongs.
Oh yeah.
They had a broom handle with a nail on the end.
Spike, yeah.
Yeah. And Speedy would have to go because, you know, all day at the beach, these kids, they just threw. I mean, the beach was just paper cups and it was just.
Right. People
don't use the trash barrels. They just leave it. And so you'd have to go. It'd take like 4 hours to clean the two beaches. And you had to do it by hand. You got to, with this nail and this stick. That was Speedy's job. So he was always picking up trash. Even if he was coming back to the shop for a break, he'd pick up the trash in between. He always had that damn stick he was hitting.
Sure.
Trying to hit trash. That was the worst job to have. But you could usually have that job done by noon, but it took Speedy all day. So that's why they called him Speedy.
Well, the kids were throwing trash all day long.
Yeah, Speedy was so slow. But in 2017, I was thinking about going.
What stopped you from doing that?
I forget. Oh, Twitch.
Yeah, things got better.
For real. October of 2017 is Tom B. Well, like July of 2017, they started working on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we were live or just kind of live or something October of 2017, which was kind of like our first start date.
Yeah.
And then that, Anna, gave us a way to monetize, our show.
Mm-hmm.
How are you making money before that, really?
Well, affiliates and,
Okay.
But when you lose your, your big.
Your main source of income.
Yeah. Boom. And you hadn't developed any, like these radio personalities now that may be having decent contracts. I mean, anywhere from, I'd say the local guys make anywhere between 30 and 300. 300 being the high end.
That's quite the spread, though.
No, but
it's not wrong.
I know,
no,
radio,
I know.
But that's just. I mean,
no, you're right.
And my base contract used to be well over $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
And I'm not lying to anybody. Like, I'm not trying to be cocky or arrogant, but that's the state of radio right now.
Oh, sure.
My deal, my Beasley deal was probably the last $1 million contract in Tampa cut. I would say.
Yeah, there's no question.
And so that being said, Anna, that's gone. I went from making $1.5 million a year to making $40,000 a year. as a company.
Mm-hmm.
And so at that point, I'm like, I can't keep...
In like, what's the time frame here?
6 months.
A day?
Well, yeah, pretty much a day.
1 day?
So all of my savings, everything I had, I'm, selling or trying to try to keep this together. In a like December of 2017, Twitch is not making nearly what we need, like, 1,400, 1,500 a month.
I started the first week of December of 17.
Yeah. And like, we're making 1,500 a month.
Yeah.
2,000 a month. We're like, and I told Blitz, hey, listen, if we're either going to have to move out of here in a midnight move.
We were planning on that.
Yeah, and by the way, Anna, we're getting ready to lose the building, and we don't know who the new landlords are going to be.
Our plan was literally like somebody else was going to buy the building. We weren't going to pay rent for as long as we could, and then the last day, come in here at midnight and just rip everything out of it and go find something.
We were going to tell the new landlord, hey, listen, man, how much our rent? Your rent's $8,500.
Okay, we'll pay it.
Well, okay, I'll get you.
And string him along as long as we could.
60 days he comes. Listen, man, we got it. We got it. 90 days. You could be there for 6 months before he legally could really get you out.
Right.
So me and Blitz were like, listen, we're going to stay for like 5.5 months. When we start getting eviction,
notices.
When we got like 2 days left.
Yeah, when the landlord comes and wants to change the locks, and he has like the cops with him.
That night,
I was like, let's get a hold of Iggy.
All the boys.
All the boys.
Rip everything out of here.
Rip out all the equipment that we need, and leave what we don't.
Yep.
And then go to like a little strip mall on
just something cheap.
Like let me like those little warehouses you can get for like $1,000 a month. Yeah.
And just set something up
and
there.
Just set something up. Build a little studio.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was the plan.
That's it. Or move to Warsaw and work for Larry Plummer and live with Larry Plummer and just know that I have a son back in Florida, and
we also
maybe he can come up and see me a couple times a year. But I got to try to survive and live.
You were also getting some not great advice when we first started Twitch, or when you guys first started Twitch, about different things to do and not do, and limits and all that, and we figured out that wasn't the right thing to do.
Oh yeah. Well, you're talking about Tom's partners. He had run off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so you were lucky because Twitch got better and you got a cool landlord?
Yes.
Yeah, so we got this guy, this Mark Tate, this landlord, and he's like, hey, man, I kind of believe in you guys, and I bought...
Yeah, Mark Tate screwed our plans up.
Like Mark Tate says, Mark Tate buys the building, and he says, you know what? I don't, he's like, he's really rich. Like, he goes, I like to buy commercial investments and stuff. But he goes, I also like to believe in people. And he goes, I listened to you when you all
So you knew who you were.
Oh, yeah. He's like, I listened to you, back when you were on 98 Rock and 102.5, and I've read about you, and I've met you, and I know you're going through hell right now. But I think, and I was giving him my ideas as how I think I can make things better. And, I was having to try to, like, be a salesman to him to prove to him that I could afford the rent.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was like, I'm not going to buy the building and have somebody default. And so he kind of he's like, I believe in you guys. And if you can't pay the rent for a while, no big deal. And we're like, okay, we want to do this, this, and this. He's like, no big deal. So since we got a cool landlord, we didn't pull the Baltimore Colts Mayflower midnight move, Willie. Otherwise, we were going to. And then if that didn't work, Anna, I was going to move to Warsaw, Indiana, and work at the Warsaw Park Department.
Wow.
And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't necessarily know I wouldn't be just as happy doing that.
Yeah.
Probably have less stress.
Yeah.
But I don't think that you would feel as fulfilled as you do
not.
now.
I wouldn't have Blitz, my avenue would be cutting on the guys at work all day.
Every day you get to work, you can be like, pick the two-way radio up. Yo, guys, who's listening to me? This is the homie with the big balloon.
Bubba Clem here on Warsaw two-way radio. Just want everybody to know, cloudy skies today and 79 for the high. I'm over here with
weather. You're doing weather and time checks.
Yeah, I'm over here at the Warsaw Shed here, and I just want to let you know the beach looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And listen, 147, your wife's got nice jugs. Oh my God! Woo!
There's ACDC.
Don't forget stamps.com.
Stamps.com. For all you guys out there that's got businesses, well, they don't have businesses. They're working for the city of Warsaw.
Right.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, yeah. I'd go live with Larry in a minute. I mean, like, I could live with my mom, I guess, but that would be...
In villages?
but I'm just thinking, like, I'd probably have to go sell cars.
Yeah.
No, you know what, Blitz? I think I could probably get a job as a heavy equipment operator. I'm good enough that I could get a guy to hire me, and then I would get better.
Hopefully.
Well, no, Blitz. I mean, it's all like I'm pretty good at working heavy machinery now. Just working it on the weekends for 11, 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm pretty good on grader, but the guys like Elwood and David Markham and Bulldozer Kevin, like those guys are like.
Yeah.
But I would eventually get good, the better, you know.
Sure, the more you
So
practice.
I could probably, if I didn't do radio, I could probably if I didn't go work for Larry. But see, there's a little bit of me that wants to do that because I'd like to go back and live in Warsaw my later years.
Now that you got your mom to move down here, you want to move to Warsaw.
No, but like
Why?
once my mom, well, I don't know. But I like to live with Larry.
That's your
we
dream.
need to get Larry. When's Larry going to retire?
Never. He will never retire.
He's got a nice pension coming.
Well, yeah. You wouldn't believe the so Larry.
Oh,
is
I know.
Larry is so tight. Like he'll work a whole nother year because he's going to get an extra 36 cents on his pension check. You know, when he finally does retire. Like
You need to
Larry,
get- you need to get
Larry
Larry to
will
move down
never
here.
retire.
So
No.
when you think about your golden years, like the
Like,
last
which is
years of
coming.
your life, and most people think about growing old with a partner and
No.
having a house, having grandkids. You just want to live with Larry Plummer.
Well,
That's your dream,
no,
just
not-
growing
Sounds
old
like.
with Larry.
Not live with Larry, but be in at least
Next door neighbors.
yes, or be in the same city, or be closer to Larry.
What
I
are,
don't
the
know how
chances, what are the chances of getting Larry to move down here?
Well, I kind of got a plan,
Okay.
but I don't know. I can't say it on the radio because
You gotta
He's
kidnap
not
him.
listening. 140 turned his radio off a little bit ago.
I got a plan.
He's
but
got
see,
a Miss Kiss to clean up.
Sounded like.
It's
the plan
sticky.
involves something very disrespectful, and
You're gonna kill his wife.
no, but
sorry.
she is older than him,
Oh boy.
and she's gonna die before him,
Is she?
and she's
Women usually live longer.
no.
Well, she's
Mary
older,
Lou
he
is going to
says.
die before Larry because Larry is an absolute stud and he's my age. So Larry's got, he's going to live to 85. And she's probably going to be around like 10 more. I'm thinking that after Mary Lou dies, God bless her little soul, then Larry can come down here and live with me.
Does she not want to move down here?
Well, no, because all the grandkids and she's got 4 kids and no.
Okay.
The answer is no.
Okay.
Like she can, but with Larry, once his lovely wife dies, not under duress or anything, but just natural causes. God bless her little soul. Then,
Pillow over the face.
when Larry's mother's her 2 years from now, I think I can get Larry down here. Well, you better hope he doesn't, because I'd replace him with you. I mean, I'd fire you and get him in here. Just like
140.
Just like if I had to work for him, he's going to give me a cush job. Well, if he's going to come down here and work for me, I'm going to give him a cush. Oh, but he's going to have like a big ass pension.
Yeah.
He's gonna be retired.
You can't afford him.
See,
That's
that's
why
the
he's moving
thing.
to Florida.
Blitz, that's what I'm most worried about. If I can be honest with everybody,
What?
is the fact that I've had to sell it all my stocks. I own nothing, just to be able to keep this thing going. But we got it going now, right? But in order to keep it going,
Yeah.
I had to I have no savings.
Right.
The only thing I'm going to get when I can't work anymore is whatever the government gives me.
Social Security?
That's all I'm getting is Social Security. But like Denzel and Larry
Mm-hmm.
and all these really responsible people, like they're going to get these huge pensions
For doing nothing now.
for the rest of their life.
I know.
Like I think Larry gets like when he's like in the drop program or something.
Oh, he is now? So he's already retired and went back to work?
No, he's in some kind of program where, like, when he retires, they give him like $350,000 right there,
Okay.
and then he gets like $2,800 for the rest of his life with full medical.
Right.
Like
Yeah, that's what government jobs get you, man.
That's straight like rich.
I know.
300 right here. Thank you for your 40 years of service. You're going to get $3,000 for the rest of your life, along with your Social Security and free blown health care. And here I am being funny on the radio for $12. No savings, no perf. That's what they call it. It's,
But
called,
You got your,
it's like years of service
Oh, yeah.
with your age. And so Larry's 55 and he's worked there for like 40 years. And so he's like, Blitz, he'll get us like, he'll get maxed out at 100, which I think at that point you get 100% of your highest year salary.
Right. That's badass, man.
Larry's probably the richest guy I know right now.
He needs to move down to Florida.
What?
He needs to move down to Florida.
He does do.
Or just buy a house down here.
Oh, Larry's so tight. He will not buy nothing.
Well,
No. The reason why he's so rich is because he's so tight.
I mean, it's a good investment, though.
I know. I wish if I was as tight as Larry when I was really rolling.
Could you imagine?
If I was as tight as Larry when I was really rolling, like making $3-4 million a year for the 3 or 4 years I did,
Imagine back then.
I wouldn't even be hanging out with you people.
I know you'd hate us
Thank
all.
God I was not responsible
And
with my
never tell
money
you like
because
this.
I wouldn't be here.
So grateful for that.
You wouldn't. The 2,000 people that I'm entertaining on Twitch and the zillions everywhere else, I wouldn't even be here right now.
Could you imagine if
I
back then,
if I had really made some sound investments?
yeah, starting in the '98 Rock days, if you actually did start buying houses to rent out, you'd have like 80 of them right now.
But Blitz, I was my second year into this. 92 was my first year. Then 93. The Power Pig's like, man, this guy is got the it factor. He's got like 52 shares. So they instantaneously, I started making $100,000 salary year two.
Right.
And then I'd make another $3,000 a week on gigs.
Yeah.
So I was
cash.
doing like $10,000 a month in cash.
Right.
And if I just would have been buying these little
You think
$50,000
back-
and $60,000 fixer uppers.
I was
back
just
then.
gonna say, a $50,000 house back then is worth like $350 to $400 now.
Yeah. Like,
And
seriously.
you'd be getting $2,500 a month rent.
I'd be so rich.
You'd be hanging out with Ron Diaz.
I'd just be rich.
Yeah, you would.
It's not sitting there having to get up at 4:30 in the morning.
You'd laugh
like
at Kevin.
like a little squirrel trying to
You'd laugh
get a
at
little
Kevin.
nut.
Kevin, you only got 45 houses.
Yeah.
I got 100 Bitcoin.
Yeah, I got 100 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I got hot bitches because I'm rich.
Right.